Hello YouTube, welcome back to Charles Garage, and today we have the review of a Pink Slip series. So the Pink Slips are basically a brand name from Jada Toys. Now Jada Toys is also one of those die-cast car brands, or technically a toy brand, because they also make action figures and other stuff as well. But they also have their 1/64 scale. Now usually Pink Slips are usually, as far as I know, are the more bigger scales, like 1/43, 32, 8, or 1/18 scales. But they also do have a 64 scale lineup. Now, for those who know, I am a big fan of Majorette's tin case car series. So, and then only recently, about like maybe a few months ago, I saw on Instagram someone showing that they had these, and I basically told myself I'm gonna need those as well. Now, you might have noticed now the tin case looks exactly the same as these. So, what's the big deal here is that Jada and Majorette is actually owned by the same company slash group called Simba Dickie Toys, or Simba Dickie Group, yeah. And they both hence they both use the same factory as well, so which is why even the packaging looks very similar, other than the overall color scheme going on here as well. Now, because there's going to be 6 of these cars, I'm not going to be reviewing all 6 of this on one go. This week I'm going to be reviewing 2, which is the first 2 here, the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 and the Ford Mustang GT. So for the next 3 weeks, I'll be reviewing 2 each. So next week will be these 2, and then the next week will be, after that will be these 2 as well, so I can get over with them as soon as possible. And keep in mind, so this video, I will start with this right away, and then after the video, after posting this review, I will be also reviewing the Ford Mustang GT, and after that, I'll be posting the YouTube shorts so that you can see the car in rotating in more close-up. Alright, so once again, I'll be right back to once again clean up my setup, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I put everything else away, and now we have the first car to review. Now, the reason why I wanted to deal with this one first is because, like I just said, Majorette also had a Nissan GTR in a tin case, so I'm kind of curious if this is the exact same casting, or maybe if there's any difference as well. So we'll do a comparison with Majorette, which is also another brand slash company in the same group, and then we'll do a quick comparison with a Hot Wheels premium car as well. So let's see how this goes. So let's just open up the package. So once again, the package will usually be in how should I say, in this type of packaging where it's like you can hang on the pegs here as well, and this I believe it's called a blister pack. So let's see what we got. And on the back, obviously, it has all 6 cars shown in the series. Although at this point, I'm kind of curious if Pink Slips are going to continue this lineup or not, because once again, being a fan of the tin cases, I would love to see more. But at the same time, that means because this is not officially available in Korea, I need to get these on using other methods as well. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright, so once you open the package, obviously you'll get the tin case. Once again, it seems like on the side it has the brand name, Pink Slips, like same as Majorette. And looking at the quick glimpse, it seems like these are the exact same size as well, hence definitely coming from the same factory as well. So yeah, now you can open up by sliding it. Definitely clean on the inside, nothing weird inside, and then you can also put the car like this or like this. It really depends on how you want to how you want to do it. And it seems like maybe there's another space that you can put another car like that. So yeah. So once again, definitely loving the nice art style as well. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So being a Majorette, and I believe this is technically, the car-wise, this is also in the deluxe line. Now, I know Majorette is also preparing, if this were to be Majorette, this would be in the deluxe line. Alright, so since this is not a Majorette brand car, I'll just pass the other details here for now. So once again, I'm assuming it's because it's Jada, same from the factory from Majorette, and what do you know? There's actually a Majorette logo here instead of the Jada toy, so it's definitely, yeah, I guess you can safely call it also a Majorette lineup as well. But once again, being the deluxe car lineup, it definitely has a little bit of suspension. But once again, because there's not much gap in it, it doesn't really reflect that much as you think compared to some other cars as well. Looking at the front here, they did a pretty good job on part separating the headlights, and then we see the GTR logo with the Nismo decals or symbols and logos going on here. Looking at the side, tires are rubber, once again, pretty good, and these seems to be a little bit on the sturdy side. And because of another play gimmick, we have these opening features. But once again, these opening features can be a win or a loss, because once again, while it does look cool by opening it, but when you look at the other side, it may look very awkward. Or sometimes, depending on your copy or quality control issue, you can see these gaps here that because of the door. I've seen ones that has like really wide gaps here, which does not make the car look good. So it really depends on the situation. And on the back lights seems like they are decaled. Yeah, these are decals, not colored or paint. And we have a spoiler, which this seems to be more of the plastic, because we've seen some cars, depending on the brand, they would use rubber as well. All right, and just to give you guys a quick notice, if you want to know if your Majorette car is a deluxe line or a regular line, it's basically go check the bottom. If you see these holes and if you see these metal lines inside, that means it's a deluxe line, because that's pretty much what's giving this the suspension gimmick. Alright, so now let's do a quick comparison with the Majorette version that came in the tin case. Now once again, while these things don't had a theme, but of course the one common thing that was going on for this lineup was that they were all having this flashy, either chrome or very flashy paint job going on here. In this case, it was a flat red color, but with these shiny chrome rims going on here. Alright, so let's do a quick comparison. So it seems like while they are based on the GTR's R35, they are different specs. You can see I'm already seeing like the different details on the hood here. This one has these vents going on here. This one is just pure, there's nothing going on. And then looking at the back here, obviously the spoilers are different. So this is not exactly exact copy. So it is technically a different casting. Looking at the bottom, even the details on the bottom are slightly different. You can see this kind of detail, while this one does not actually have that at all. So yeah, it's safe to say that this thing is not a exact one-to-one rip-off or copy of this. Even the door opening stance is slightly different as well. So yeah. So that does kind of answer my question, which means I am really glad that I got this. And now to do a quick comparison with a Hot Wheels version. So this is from the Hot Wheels entertainment line, the Gran Turismo stuff. That's in a assortment with other stuff going on here. And seems like this is also the exact same car, the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. So this will be a nice comparison. Alright, so looking at the details going on here, once again, every time I do how should I say, compare a Majorette car technically with a Hot Wheels car, usually the Majorette ones seem to be a little bit more on the fatter side. So let's see if this is the same case. So looking at like this, seems like, actually let me just slightly go back. Okay, there we go. Seems like in this case, Majorette doesn't seem too fat. It seems like they're almost the same size in terms of width, but maybe there could be a slight difference, but by the naked eye, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Obviously this one has opening doors, but once again I'm not the biggest fan of those, so I'll just pass. Even Hot Wheels did a pretty good job on the part separation on the headlights. This one, although this one is going for a more darker color, this one just seems to be a typical clear piece as well. So it would depend on what you prefer. And then once again, this one being from the premium lineup, this also has rubber tires or slash real riders. Now there is a mainline version as well, so that's which one you prefer is depending on your taste. And once again, no opening doors because it's Hot Wheels. And looking at the back, once again, this one also used decals as far as I know. Yeah, so these are decals. We have Nismo, and even on the spoiler, we have Nissan going on here. Well, this one doesn't have anything like that. So once again, I'm not here to show like which is better, which is the more superior version or brand. But once again, they each have their own charms, because while these are the exact same cars, it seems like the spec-wise are slightly different, because I'm seeing some different, like we have these fins going on here. Hot Wheels has 2, while this one only has 1 going on here as well. So maybe spec-wise they're not exactly the same, or maybe these are not the exact same car for the same race. They're maybe for different purposes, because yeah, who knows. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the review. So once again, it's kind of interesting to see that while it is in the pink slips line, we can actually see on the bottom that this is actually shown as Majorette. So once again, I did just mention that Majorette and Jada toys are using the same are technically using the same factory as far as I know, because they are owned by the same company as well. So while it's not surprising, but if you got the MAjorette Deluxe, tin case version, the red one, the thing that the good news is that this is a different casting, so it's not the same car with different colors. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, if you guys got any questions or requests, comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.